Namaskar. An indispensable topic and a very sensitive topic, especially at the time of the pandemic created by the pernicious coronavirus. Case study on the airlines. And if you observe, much before this pernicious coronavirus pandemic, Jet Airways have already thrown 15,000 employees on road. So it is hypersensitive because 15,000 employee workforce pertaining to the aviation industry are already on road, and they've kept a debt of 15,000 crore. And our government, India at this point of time, which is the number one, which has taken a market share of almost 45.7%. And second position at this point of time is SpiceJet, because there is a lot of gap given by Jet Airways. How many problems they are facing? Starting, even though they've got 272 aircraft at this point of time, 92 aircraft will definitely go towards, they're not going to be operational in a few. Already they've got a warning because of the A320 new engine option. There's a lot of problems in that particular engines. Low pressure turbine, high pressure compressor, to name a few. There are a lot of problems they're facing with on that engine, and the government, which is Directorate General of Civil Aviation, has already given a couple of warnings that they don't want it to continue it further. That is basically P&W, Pratt and Whitney based engines. On the other side, the SpiceJet also, who is the second player, who's got a market share of close to 14%. Even that is also having a problem with the 737 Airbus category aircraft, 737 category of the aircraft. So technically, if we talk about the PESL, political, economical, social, technical, legal and environmental, so whatever many problems it is facing, and the political government policies, if you observe, there is a rule that you have to run the airline 5 years domestically to get the license to run your aircraft, or to take your aircraft overseas. And again, look at the conditions that there is no liquor supply in the aircraft, in the domestic, even though you have got more than 2 hours of a flying time. I mean to say, the 2 hours of flight. So the whole model has to be changed. If I'm advising someone, I would prefer a model. My mission is very clear: to make an evergreen profitable model, which is all the 12 months my airline has to be on a profitable mode. And the objective for that is going to be, my airline not only takes care of your expensive executive time. Most of us, how busy? Busy is a word which is common for everyone. Whomsoever they are, it's common. So airline's basic responsibility is to save an expensive executive time. Apart from this expensive executive time, my airline has to take care of the entertainment on the go, the choice of food on the go. Yes, entertainment is the first parameter which was missing. I wanted the airline to come up with everything. Like if I want to submit a presentation at the point of time in the airline, in the aircraft itself, I must be in a position. Yes, I admit a fact that after all the discussions with the governments, and in the first week of March 2020, they have given a permission for the Wi-Fi. But again, under a few conditions, that the pilot has got to take a final call depending upon the passengers and depending upon the aircraft, that the Wi-Fi should be allowed or not. But we are at 2020. Unfortunately, if in the 2010 itself the Wi-Fi would have been made compulsory, the airline would have been under profitable model, even though 40% of the revenue goes towards the fuel, because I understand that it's very high cost. The government is not passing the subsidies to not only to the common man, even to the airlines. When they're buying at $137 per barrel, and when it became at $20 per barrel, actually $22.7 per barrel, there is no difference. There is no benefits passed to the airlines when they're purchasing the oil. So that's why I said 90% of the whole airline industry model, whomsoever it is affected by the external analysis. government has to turn. What type of logistics we are in? In 2000, early 21st century, they allowed the liquor sales in the domestic. Is a liquor sale, but because of the misbehavior of the few passengers towards the air hostess and they stopped completely. Can you imagine? Now we are at 2020 with the presence of media. Everyone is having a phone which has got a camera. So basic common sense from the DGCA is that, well, I understand this is not about blaming someone, it is about coming with a model. So I would really work, and all the airlines together, unions, because there is a law. As a learned lawyer, I can talk about the legality of it in a bigger way. Considering what powers the unions have got, if all of them together can put some level of pressure on the airlines, but that will take a bit, almost 1 hour of the session separately. So here, airlines would have made it more clear. Imagine, just look at the profits, how immediately we can increase if the liquor sale is made from the southern part of India. If you see the flying time from southern part of India to the northeastern part of India, 7 sisters, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Tripura, right? So in all the 7 sisters, the northeastern part of India, the 7 states, their meal, 60% of them, their meal is incomplete without a glass of liquor. I've done a thorough analysis on the northeastern part of India. 60% of them, I repeat, their meal is incomplete. 60%. The meal is incomplete without a glass of liquor. It could be any category, beer, whatever it is. So what I'm trying to put across is, a small flight from the Chennai to Sri Lanka is, the flying time is such a normal, less than 1 hour, has got a liquor sale. Internally in India, when the flying time is more than 2 hours, why can't they do it now, at least when the whole airlines is suffering? That can really push up their margins, and the airlines can compensate that with the help of other dull parameters. Wherever the flights, whichever the sectors are not that profitable, they can definitely compensate. So you can confront me, why are you not talking about from southern part of India to the extreme northern part of India? When I say extreme northern part of India, to talk about the Srinagar and all those things, most of them are Muslim community. Didactically in the Quran, it's mentioned that they don't touch alcohol. So I don't want to really focus on the lines towards that place, because obviously in the open at least they will not drink. So I really wanted a model where I can convince the government, give me a permission at least for the liquor sales because you're not passing the subsidies of the oil fluctuations, at least allow this from this point to the northeastern part of India where I can push up, first thing. And technical issues also, DGCA has to change the formalities. So coming to the model, what I mean to say is this is important, and also internationally, the 5 years cap which is kept has to be reduced. Now we in 2000 same model, 2020 same model. So Government of India has to, Director General of Civil Aviation, need to work on something like this, where if they keep a cap of just 3 years to the international license directly, so it's 3 years, minimum 5 years, and then you get a license to take your aircraft out of India. So all those things, because competitive advantage to an extent, the normal tactics we can play, but end of the day, you see 90% of it. So the political, economical, social, technical, and the legal aspects and environment aspects plays a pivotal role in learning. So I advise to my people that we need to work on this cap. All of us need to get a permission on the sales of the liquor plus the complete entertainment inside the aircraft. Complete entertainment. Whatever the time I am flying, if I am able to watch a PVR show or any other theater, if I am able to watch the same show, same time, should be available in my aircraft. So all those things. People think that aviation sector can never become profitable, but trust me, in the near future, aviation industry will become highly profitable if we can really, because this is a pandemic which needs to be taken care. Because surprisingly, I don't know how the new air already ordered, because Air India is Indigo has ordered close to 637 new aircraft before this pandemic. I don't know how will they sustain, what level of support the government is going to give, but on a whole, if I cut this, the pandemic created by the coronavirus, the model could be made profitable if the external analysis were taken care slightly. else no one will enter into this industry. See, every human being knows that they're going to die after 100 years, but the 100 years gap is very big. So they want to achieve, they want to prove something big, and then they die. But if a human being is well aware of the fact that you're going to die in just 6 to 7 months, they don't put the efforts. That's the type of model what the airlines are in now. So rest is, my model is very clear. It has to give, a mission should be evergreen profitable. Why I said evergreen profitable? We're only focusing on just 5 months. The business season of the airlines is October, November, December, January, and then complemented by August. Why August? Is because the Muslims go to Hajj, because 37 crore Muslim community stays in India. So they, a good amount of percentage travel to Hajj, for the sake of the Hajj to Saudi. That happens usually in August. So these are the 5 months which actually takes care. So I hope rest, you got it. Nandri, vanakkam.